Cheryl, what do we call you, Cheryl?
Cheryl.
All right, Cheryl. Good. It gets confusing because we've been so used to calling you Cheryl Tweedy, then Cheryl. Called now Cheryl. I apologise. It's Cheryl. It's just Cheryl. Right, we're keeping it simple, Cheryl. So it's a busy time for you, Cheryl, because you got another single out.
I have.
And it's from your third solo album, Cheryl.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's brilliant. Let's be honest, it's brilliant. I mean, your third solo album, did you ever imagine when you were coming to the end of Girls Aloud that you would have 3 solo albums so quickly as well?
I didn't know. And it's gone really swift as well. Like, it doesn't feel like I've been away from the girls for that long, but 3 albums, yeah, it's gone really quick.
And where do you get your, I mean, really muso question, but where do you get your inspiration for all of the albums and then all of the music that you put together to compile an album?
Well, I love working with new producers and people that have fresh ears to get new sounds out of. So on this album, I really worked with up-and-coming producers as well as producers that have really big hits already. So it's nice to mix it up like that and keep inspired by new people.
Do you enjoy time in the studio, or is it sometimes a burden? Because I would imagine it's hard work, right?
It is hard work, but it's like anything else, you know. Nothing that's meant worth having isn't hard work. So I actually love being in the studio. I like being around the creativity. So I enjoy being in the studio, really.
And are you the kind of artist who kind of settles it in the studio, lights some candles, friends, family, create a good ambience, get a good vibe going, and then they play the track, and then you start singing?
Yeah, I like all of that, and I like working at night as well.
Really?
Yeah, I like working through the night, especially when I work with Will. He's a complete night owl, so we won't even go into the studio sometimes till 11, 12 o'clock at night.
I like that.
Light a few candles, ordering a pizza, tasting beach.
Now, you're talking about Will.I.Am, right?
Yes.
Now, he is the kind of guy who I want to ask him just one question, and it is, where do you get all your natural energy from? Because he's like a musical kangaroo. He's just bouncing around with so many ideas, and like you said, a really, really creative guy. And it must must make it easier working with him, no?
He's fascinating, absolutely fascinating to be around, and I like to ask him that question myself, but it's just all energy. He's constantly full of energy and full of new ideas and always on the ball. You know, he's always got his finger on the next thing on the pulse, so he's actually really amazing to be around creatively. So
he's been a real influence to you then?
He is. He's actually part of my management team, so
I love that.
He's a massive input, yeah.
I love the fact that Will.I.Am's in your management team.
Yes.
Has he given you one of his cars yet? Because he started making cars, hasn't he?
He did. His car got stolen the other day.
No way!
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, it's not going to be difficult finding Will.I.Am's car.
You know, you can't miss it. It's like a spaceship.
There you go. So when you spend time with Will in the studio, what instructions does he give you? How does he talk to you, Cheryl?
He's actually really easy. He lets me do my thing. He'll do his. Well, sometimes he'll play like 3 or 4 tracks if he's got ideas already, and then I'll just write to what he's already got. And sometimes he just plays a beat and he'll just say, what do you think and what do you want to write about? And he really gives me the space to do what I want with it, which is nice as well. Yeah,
that must be quite must make it easier, but also it must feel like you're not under instruction to perform. You just get on with it.
And there's no pressure. We just have really good chemistry in the studio together, so it's just nice, actually. It's a pleasure working with him.
And let's ask, where were you recording the album? Over here or in Los Angeles?
I did a bit here, a bit in Los Angeles, and a bit in New York.
Oh, no, that's the life you could have always dreamed of.
It is.
Los Angeles, New York, and then London.
Yeah, it's just nice to be in a different environment. Sometimes when you're at home and say, I've had things to do at home or I'm stressing about something going on at home, and then you've got to take that to the studio. It's not the same as being out of your environment, away from all your everyday rubbish, and just being able to be creative.
It's
So
nice.
that's why I like-
It's nice to just switch off and get rid of all that garbage
Exactly.
and just be in your own personal space and just do what you enjoy doing. That is a great feeling. Now, when you're in LA, Cheryl, do you stay near the beach, or do you stay near the city, or do you stay near the hills?
I stay up mostly near the hills, but I will go on drives and stuff down to the beach and whatever. But I just like to be in and amongst it, you know.
Oh, I love LA. LA is one of those cities where when I first moved down to London, I just wanted to see some famous people, and it was quite difficult seeing famous people in London. And then there was one time I saw Ringo Starr, the drummer of the Beatles, and I literally phoned my mum up as I was following him down the King's Road. And I said, "Mum, you never guess who I'm following." She's like, "Who?" "Ringo Starr." And I'll never forget that moment, because it just kind of, it was like so innocent. And then when you get used to seeing famous people, it's like, oh, whatever. But when you go to LA, you see really famous people.
I know, and it's just regular, just doing their everyday thing. It's not. I think that's why I like it as well, because I feel a bit more normal there.
Yeah.
I think nobody cares. You know what I mean? You just hang around in your shorts and your vest. Nobody really cares what you look like or what's going on.
And no paparazzi following you around. If you're in a nice little secret house, you can just chill out and get on with it.
Exactly.
And have you sampled and enjoyed the nightlife whilst you've been in LA and New York?
I have. LA, not so much New York, but in LA, yes.
It's good, innit?
Yeah.
I love it. Love LA. It's fab. Right, Cheryl, we're going to play the new single, and then we'll come back and talk about the tour after this, all right?
Perfect. Thank you.
It's Cheryl Cole on BBC Radio 1. Now, Cheryl, I've got a little confession to make.
Go.
Now, remember when myself and June were on T4 years ago, and Girls Aloud came out with Sound of the Underground?
Yes.
Right, and this always makes me laugh. Whenever I see you on telly, or whenever I see any of the girls on telly, June and I used to say, they'll probably have 2 singles and that'll be it. And we used to joke about it a lot, saying, oh, this new show, was it Pop Idols or Pop Stars The Rivals that you were on?
That's it, Pop Stars The Rivals.
Pop Stars The Rivals, like, oh, and Sound of the Underground, it'll be 1 single and then another one and then they'll be done. But look at you now!
It's crazy. I think, to be fair, everybody said that at the time.
Oh, well, you made me feel a whole lot better, because I was seriously eating humble pie, because the girls went from strength to strength to strength and became the premier girl band in Great Britain, and it was a phenomenal rise of success. And then since the band split up, or since the girls have gone all the separate ways, everyone has been successful as an individual as well.
We've been incredibly lucky, actually, and we've got the best fans in the world, so we have been really fortunate. But you're not the only one that wrote us off before we started, so I wouldn't beat yourself up too much. Just enjoy that pie of yours.
But do you not think that success is all down to hard work?
I do. No, absolutely. I mean, you know, you're not successful by luck. You're just not. You know, it doesn't work like that. So, yeah, we've all worked really hard over the past 10 years. So we're just fortunate enough that people allowed us to stay around. You know. And your fan base, you know, some of your fan base from the Girls Aloud gang have moved on to help and push your career forward, Cheryl. So all these fans have kind of enjoyed the journey with you, so to speak. It's unbelievable to think, actually, some of them were like 8 years old when we started, and they're 18-year-old girls now.
I can't believe it's 10 years.
It's 10 years.
Wow.
Amazing, right?
It's unbelievable. Yeah, 10 years. Good for you. Good for you. And you've enjoyed the success that you've had. And do you keep all your kind of platinum discs and all that kind of stuff that comes with being a successful pop star?
I do. Well, the record label tend to make you one up, so they'll create the plaque and what they're going to write on there and how many you've sold and all of that, and it's normally given to us as a gift.
Oh.
So I've got all of them wrapped up in cellophane, and when I get a little studio, I'm going to put them up.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because I think you should always reflect on what you've achieved, because it's going to encourage you to achieve more in the future.
Oh, I like that.
Get me? I write that down myself, Cheryl, I'll be honest with you. So you're going to go on tour.
I am.
You're going to kick off October the 3rd in Belfast.
Yes.
Cheryl is going to... See, I keep doing it. Cheryl's going to take to the stage on your own, Cheryl.
I know. So exciting, though.
Who are you going to work with? Have you decided yet on the kind of whole stage performance of what's going to happen?
I'm working with two people actually. The girl that I've always worked with, who is Beth, that worked with Girls Aloud for all those years. We did 5 arena tours, and she did every single one of them. So it's important for me to keep her on board. And also a woman from America that did the Black Eyed Peas tour called Fatima.
Oh, well, there you go. Did you ever see the Black Eyed Peas Super Bowl halftime performance?
I didn't know, but I went on tour with them 2 summers ago, so I know what it would have been like. They're amazing. Yeah, it was something. We've still got it on our digital recording system at home, and my eldest daughter, she loves watching that performance because even though it's on such a big stage in the middle of a football field, it still feels, bizarrely, I don't know how they did it, but it still feels really intimate. Like it's a performance that's done specifically for yourself watching it on TV. Yeah. It's really good. Really, really good. Really, really good at that. And that's a hard thing to do as well.
Well, definitely. Definitely. And when you work with these two people, are you going to do old stuff? Is it all going to be Cheryl stuff? How are you going to combine the two kind of careers that you've had?
I'm sure I have a little splash of the girls in there somewhere.
Yes, and rightly so.
Yeah.
And rightly so. Cheryl, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Like a ray of sunshine.
Thank you very much. You should come down and see one of the shows when I'm in London.
Oh, trust me. Trust me. We will be there. We'll have what they call the bibbly-bobbly things on our heads. We'll have pink cowboy hats on. The girls will love it. I'm going to hold you to that, Cheryl, if that's all right.
Absolutely.
All right, brilliant. Good luck with the single, Under the Sun. Cheryl, get involved, get it downloaded, put it on your MP3 player and enjoy. Cheryl, all the best. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Thank you.